So many times on this side of eternity, it seems as though God is silent, that He is not active. But the truth is that God is working, that God is answering prayers. The problem is that so many times we just cannot see all that God is doing. Welcome to the Word for 2022. Today we're in 2 Samuel chapter 17. Now back in 2 Samuel chapter 15 verse 31, David had prayed when he was leaving Jerusalem. He prayed, "O Lord, turn Ahithophel's counsel to foolishness." Now Ahithophel was David's advisor, and he had spoken many times on behalf of God. And Ahithophel now had sided with Absalom. He was part of the conspiracy against David. David now was on the run, and Absalom had asked Ahithophel to be his advisor, and he even asked him, "Now, what should I do?" And this was Ahithophel's advice to Absalom. "You need to pursue your father quickly. You need to go and kill him now." When he said that, all the elders and Absalom, they liked his advice. But then Absalom asked Husshai what he thought. Now, Husshai was loyal to David, but no one knew that he was a spy. And so what he did was he played to Absalom's pride and his arrogance. And he said, "Now, David is a great warrior, and he has mighty men with him. David has been fighting for years, and you are not that great of a warrior. What you need to do is get an army together first. Then go and pursue David, and you need to lead them. That way, when the victory takes place, you'll get all the credit." Well, in chapter 17, verse 14, it says that Absalom and all the men of Israel said that the advice of Husshai is better than that of Ahithophel. For the Lord had determined to frustrate the good advice of Ahithophel in order to bring disaster on Absalom. What is this telling us? That God was present, that God was working, that God was in control. No matter what the mess looked like all around them, no matter the chaos, no matter the scheming that was going on, God is in control. That's a good word for you and me today. God is in control. No matter what we see all around us, we need to understand that God is present, that God is working, and again, that He is in control. Devotional writer Wendy Blight said this: "This verse serves as a beacon of hope in our dark, desperate, sin-infested world. Our God is the Lord of history. He is the author from beginning to end, and His agenda is to further His name, His kingdom, His glory, and the gospel. Even when we cannot see it with our own eyes, God is always working on behalf of His children. He will either deliver us or equip us with the strength, peace, and hope that we need to persevere. And He promises to work all things together for the good of those who love Him, for those who have been called according to His purpose." No matter how things look from our perspective, we always need to remember that God is on the throne, that God is in control, that He is not surprised, that He is not taken off guard, He's never shocked. God is always working. So, if you're going through a very difficult time, if you're discouraged about your circumstances, if you need to be encouraged, comforted, if you need hope, listen to these verses from Scripture. In Job chapter 42, verse 2, this is what you will read. "I know that you can do all things, and that no purpose of yours can be thwarted." In Isaiah chapter 54, verse 17, God inspired Isaiah to write these words: "No weapon that is fashioned against you shall prosper, for you will refute every tongue that raises against you in judgment. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their vindication from me, declares the Lord." And then Psalm 33, verses 10 and 11. "The Lord brings the counsel of the nations to nothing. He frustrates the plans of the peoples. The counsel of the Lord stands forever, and the plans of His heart to all generations." So no matter what is happening around you, no matter what the mess might look like, be encouraged and remind yourself that God is on the throne, that God is in control, that God is present, and He is working. So continue to put your hope and trust in Him. Thank you for joining the Word for 2022.